Hello, you are welcome to the Live Again series. I'm excited about tonight because I know it's going to be an amazing night. Welcome to the Live Again series. In here, we help women live again. That's what we do. We help women live again, right? Across all board, across different areas of life. We help women live again. And that's what this is about. So this series will feature resilient women, women living again, and they come in and share their practical steps that they took to be able to live again. And tonight, I'm having the phenomenal, the amazing Naomi Osemedua, aka the Sparkle Queen. And she's going to be joining us very soon. But let me know where in the world you are joining from. And let me know, what does live again mean to you? And if there are people who you feel need to be a part of this live, can you please just click the three dots beside the comments and invite them? Click the three dots beside the comments and invite them. All right? Okay. So I'm waiting for your comments. I'm waiting for your responses. So yeah. Okay, my guest is in the building, so I'm going to be bringing her shortly in a bit. Okay. All right. I'm still waiting for your comments, so please drop your comments.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome. Welcome back. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Welcome, everybody. Nice to see you all. Good evening. Anifome, don't even bother with reading any bio. Let's just get straight into this discussion.
Okay.
My name is Naomi. Your name is Anifome. You are changing the world, and we want to know how we can support you. Period. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm grateful.
Awesome. So I asked you a question earlier, so you can just, do that again. Tell us who you are and really tell us about your journey. And I think I asked, what's the most fulfilling thing about the work you do with the Live Again movement? Tell us.
Okay. So my name is Anifome. I'm the founder of the Live Again movement. We help broken, abused, and distressed women live again purposefully and profitably. We believe that every woman has in her, the resilience, the drive to live again. Even though life knocks you down, you can actually get back up. And we really focus on the inner work because we see that a lot of women package their pain and they shine very well on the outside, and then they package the pain and they live with it. And one thing that really drives us is the fact that it's generational. When you keep pain, it becomes generational trauma, and then it begins to affect those coming after, whether they know it or not, whether they're aware or not. So when people say things like, oh, I can handle this thing, let me just, and then people have a wrong notion of resilience. They think resilience is odeshi. They think resilience is not paining me. They think resilience is, let's just keep going. That's not what resilience is. Resilience is a whole lot, and it has to do with emotional wellness and inner strength that is built over time, through challenges and through learning and leveraging those challenges. So these are the things that we teach these women. How can you leverage your pain to become better and stronger? How can you grow through it? What are the lessons you can learn from this pain, and how can that lesson serve others? So these are the things that we focus on: healing, recovery, mindset, re-engineering, helping them really heal so that they can truly live. And it's not a case of pretending to live. It's a case of, I'm really living, helping them take those labels and all those things of, oh, you cannot, once you fail in this. In fact, let me even share this example, and it just happened right now, like 5 minutes ago, so I'm going to share it. Someone notable in Nigeria just announced that she was divorcing her husband, and she put up a post. She's preaching on Instagram, and someone says, is it okay to divorce your husband? Another person says, please go and deal with your marriage before I hear this nonsense. I mean, if you go to the comments, it's a lot going on there. Someone says, oh, I'm going through something.
Has she made it official?
I think she
has. She announced it officially?
I think she has, because someone told me it was trending yesterday. I haven't gone to look into it, but I just, you know how some posts come to your feed. So it just came to my feed, and I went there and I saw the comment, and I started attacking all of them, attacking not in a violent way, but in saying, so is it a crime for a woman who is divorced to preach? That was the question I asked. And then somebody said, why would she, what is she preaching? And that person said, she should come and fix her marriage. She should go and fix her marriage first before she preaches to us. And there's just a lot of hate in the comment section. Let's just use that as an example. Now, there are many reasons why a woman will stay in an abusive marriage or a marriage where she's dying because of things like that. People will condemn her, starting from her family members and those that are close to her. They are the ones that do it. That's when they would like, oh, we don't want shame in our family. It's a lot of things that go on, but it's not just abuse. It's when life knocks a woman down. Sometimes it can be, oh, loss of a child. It can be loss of a job. It can be, oh, I failed in my business. Or something happened to me and I've not been able to recover. I might be going ahead. People think I'm normal, but I'm not okay. You know, so these are the things that we really tackle in the Live Again movement, because we believe that a woman cannot function optimally and give her best in her job, in her family, in her career, in anything, if she's not truly living and she's just merely existing. So these are the things that we do. My journey has been, you are aware of my journey. Like I just remembered how we were live when you interviewed. In fact, we've gone live like 3 times. I just remembered Speak for Gold. Yes, you were the host. Yes, when I was sharing this burning vision. And that was exactly the time and the period when I had that encounter with God. So my journey has been very interesting. I have been a woman that has gone through a lot of challenges, even as a child. You know how you're the first girl and they begin to teach you that, oh, you're the first girl, you need to be strong for everybody. So I remember being strong for everybody, even my mom. My mom would be crying and I'm like, I'm the one consoling her, consoling everybody. My father was doing his own. But one thing I did not know was how it affected me as a person. You know how you say things like, it will never happen to me, God forbid. And then you, and then you are like, you are so sure that, I've gotten my life figured out. And so when I went through abuse, I couldn't just understand why. I'm like, why would I go through something I said I was never going to go through? That was when I understood the effects of generational trauma. That you say you will not go through it doesn't mean you will not go through it. That you say it will not happen to you doesn't mean it will not happen to you. What are you doing consciously? Especially the inner work. What are the things that have latched on to you through your experiences, that have latched on, whether you know it or not? What you observed, for example, one time, the Holy Spirit reminded me that my mom was crying in the bathroom, and he reminded me of that incident. She was crying, and I could hear her cry. And it wasn't just cry. You know, there's cry, there's wail, there's sob. There are different stages of cry. For her, he said?
Agony.
Yes. It was deep grief. And so she was, it was deep. I was just 5. And there was no way I could remember if the Holy Spirit did not remind me. He reminded me. He said that was the day that something happened. And I'm like, really? He said, yeah. When she was crying, I heard her cry so much that I couldn't articulate what she was going through, but I felt her pain deeply. That was the day I felt her pain so deep. And even though I did not know, that thing scarred me. It affected me some way. And so unconsciously, I was always carrying her pain. And so somehow I attracted, the wrong people to me. Even when I was saying, God forbid, never. There was bitterness, there was anger, there was unforgiveness, there were all those residues of trauma from my childhood that still affected me. So it's really not about saying it will never happen to me. It's about checking what are the negative patterns in my family and what am I manifesting? How did I pick this up? So it's a lot. That's why we're very serious with it, because it's not just the woman that doesn't live again, it's her generation that doesn't live again when she doesn't live again.
Pause. Pause. That is so powerful. You need to repeat this. I want to take a moment to welcome everybody. I see you all, Dr. Chi, the Pastor B. I saw my friend Tunde joining us from the US. Please let us know where you're joining us from. Laureen is here. Thank you guys for joining. My name is Dr. Naomi, and on the hot seat tonight is the queen herself, Naomi, the founder of Live Again movement. Guys, I really don't want you to go away. I really want you to share this. You know, my heart beats for her work, and it comes from a very authentic place, a very genuine place, because I've been there. Like, I've been there. I've lived through her journey. Oh, power just went out.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah, but they can hear me.
Yes,
They will turn on the
I
gen.
can
I'm
hear
still going to
you.
be here. Yes.
I
Okay,
can hear
good.
you.
So, you know, I've lived through this, so I understand, you know, and haven't come out and using my message to inspire other women. It is so important that we understand that this work, it's not for one person. It's not for one person. So I really need you to repeat that again, because it's not, you said something about it's not just her trauma, it's a generation. Please say it again the way you
Generation.
said
Yes.
it.
You know, we always say in the Live Again Foundation that helping a woman live again is helping a generation live again. And the reason is, when a woman doesn't live again, it's not just her, it's her generation that doesn't live again.
Right.
It affects the entire, because God had a reason for putting that woman in that family. So whenever that woman is unable to conquer the things that have conquered her, what are the odds that those coming after her would be able to conquer those things? If it was difficult
Wow.
for her, what are the odds that those coming after her would? Because there is nobody with a blueprint. These are the reasons why people go into problems and make so many mistakes, because there's nobody in front of you that has done it, that has said this is the way that is possible, right? So when negative patterns are the order of the day, and people just go by and say this is how it has always been in my family, and accept nonsense. And I say nonsense because there is a lot of nonsense happening, and if someone in that family, sometimes a woman, does not arise and say no, this nonsense must stop, it will continue for generations. It's more like a bondage that nobody would ever get out of, because nobody woke up, nobody was living again. And so for me, I didn't just come up with these things, I saw it in my life. Everything I am doing today came out of my own life's lessons. My mom was just, she was silenced. My mom was someone who, I call myself the queen of the mic. My mom was the first queen of the mic. She was in Unilag preaching with Tunde Bakare and Amaka Igwe of blessed memory. Yeah. And then, according to her, when she got married, my father said, no preaching in my house, no microphone in my house. Yeah. So he seized her microphone. And so I didn't understand growing up. I thought she was a quiet person. I used to say, oh, I'm the outspoken one. My mom is quiet. It was later I realized she wasn't quiet. She was silenced. Yes, she was silenced. Yes, yes, yes. So I always ask, are you quiet or have you been silenced? Many people that think they're introverts are not introverts. They learned how to be introverts by their experiences and by what they went through, and they've accepted as a personality because they've stayed in that state for so long that they believe that that's who they are. Wow. So I saw it in my life. My mom was silenced, and so she lost her voice and she lost herself. And so all those times I was trying to find my way, she was also trying to find her way, And so growing up, when I now came to myself, I understood that, oh wow, there are many women like this. They just get lost in motherhood. They just get lost in that marriage, and they just, oh, I know that at least let me just, you get, and then people say things like, oh, because of my children, that's why I'm not living, that's why I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this. And I'm like, why not? Can't you turn it around and say, because of my children, that's why I would truly live, that's why I will live again, because what would I want them to remember me for?
And
the woman that hugged her pain. Wow. And because you know what, ma'am, one of the reasons why I'm very, very passionate about this is because
we can tell
it's God, if you check it, it's not just your mom that started. She didn't just behave like this. If you check it, maybe her mom, look at this thing, go really just sit down and say, okay, how was my grandmom? How was my great grandmom? How was my great great grandmom? And then you begin to see a pattern. And if you're not able to pinpoint that thing, and you tell yourself that I beg is them, it's not me, hey, you will be shocked at how blood is thicker than water indeed. So it's it's deep. It's very deep. I don't joke with it because I remember the first time I heard about patterns. I'm like, patterns. I'm a born again Christian. I don't talk patterns. What's patterns? I'm already sorted. I now realize that even when you now give your life to Christ, you now need to take what you know and begin to apply it on the things that you see around you that do not make any sense. Otherwise, those things will continue and you think you've avoided it. But guess what? It's just sitting down in one corner waiting for the people coming after you.
My God, my God, my God, my God. And if for so many truth bombs moment here, I love what you said. And that's a question, for everyone listening who seem to feel, and for me, how I teach this, the backstage and the center stage. There are many people who are at the backstage and they come up with all sorts of excuses to say, I don't want to be seen, I want to be the one behind. But the truth is, I love the way you put it. Are you quiet or have you been silenced? Tunde, all the way in California, says that's why praying against generation patterns is pertinent. Absolutely true. And I do believe, yes, why we pray about it, there's really also the place of identifying what the patterns are. Because if you can pray and pray in ignorance, you can pray and pray amiss. You rightly said, God forbid, it will never be my portion. I often joke about this. The year I ran away from home, that year 2000, a couple of months earlier, probably the first quarter of that year, a very close family friend of ours had done something similar. And I remember, I can never forget, it's 24 years already, but I remember just saying, oh my God, what was she thinking? How could she do this to her parents? How did she throw away the opportunity for us to gather Ashoibi? I was just 22. I mean, it wasn't even up to a year later. I left in November. This was about the first or second quarter, barely 6 months. And I was on my own journey. And so sometimes, we, just so much really when you process it and you ask yourself, I did a post this morning, just saying sometimes we don't look like what we've been through. Honestly. Right? We put on our hair, we have our makeup on, and people just think, oh, her life is perfect, right? Yeah. And there's pain and there's so much tears. And yet here you are, doing such great work. I want everyone who is on this call to please stay because Enifome needs your help. There's only so much she can do. And while you may not have the vision, to minister to women who are broken and abused, you can support people like Enifome who have built platforms where they're reaching out to these women, from providing shelter to business grants, to basic things that they need, clothing, shoes. Some of these women just, get out of those abused spaces with just the clothes they have on. They leave everything. They leave everything and they have to start all over. And there's a conference, coming up, and I really, really want all of us to pull in, and I want us to support Enifome. This live was, set up for us to, okay, power is back.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
I was already missing your face. I said, will I see your face?
I know. They were trying to get the gen on, but this is actually power. Honestly, we need everyone to pull in. We need everyone to pull in. Enifome, you've been doing this for a while. I'm so glad I was there when, this seed was birthed. And it's so beautiful to see how far you've come. Tell us one or two success stories of women who came broken and where they are today. I want people to know that, it's working. There's hope. And just as the name implies, they can live again. Yes. I don't want us to dwell on the problem. I don't want us to dwell on the challenges because there's so many questions to say, how are we raising our sons? How did we get here where we have so many men who feel so entitled, and they just feel, you know, once I have you in the home, then I'm the boss of you, and that means your light can no longer shine. How did we get here? And we can stay on that conversation, and time will lapse, but I want us to talk about the transformation that is happening, and I want us to know how we can support you. Tell us about the conference coming. You know, tell us what people can do, regardless of where they are in the world, how they can send support to you. So please just take it away.
Okay, wow. Thank you so much. And so we've had a lot of success stories. We have a page called Lamb Tribe, at Lamb Tribe. That's where we do a lot of work, teaching, educating, inspiring women to live again. So many of these women reach out to us from different places. In fact, people tag us at Lamb Tribe, help this woman at Lamb Tribe, come and deal with this case at Lamb Tribe. Sometimes it's a case of fear. Sometimes it's a case of this person doesn't know what to do. So we
Right.
tend to tell them, okay, what is the situation? We partner with Lagos State Domestic Violence and Sexual Abuse Agency, because they are the ones that have the tools to be able to put some of these men in check. Sometimes, I mean, there's a case now, somebody sent me a message and said, I can't talk. This phone is being monitored. I can't talk. Please don't respond to me. Yes, don't respond. I can't talk. This is what happens. This man beats me up, disgraces me in the estate, brings out my luggage, and this is in the night. I have to beg to sleep in the house. And this is like almost every day that I go through this. And she says, you know what? I can't talk. And so I'm like, okay, how can I help this woman? I can't say anything. But you know what? Call the helpline anytime you can talk. That's an example. There are cases of people that say, oh, this person is beating me up, and then he has said I should not work. I should not make money in his house. Yes, he said, I should not be, and this person did not allow her to go to school. So what we do, a lot of times, we do a lot of counseling, a lot of, what state are you in? Are you in Lagos? Are you in Abuja? Okay, so who can we hook you up with? You know what? Call this number. We have lawyers we work with. We have people that we work with. And then so we just reach out to people and say, we have someone in this state that needs help. Can you please reach out to her? And then we follow through the process. Right. So a particular success story that we have that I can't forget is a lady who reached out to us on Live Again Foundation page from all the way from Kebbi State. And she said her story is very, very, it's amazing what women go through. So she said her parents are Igbos, and they were based in the north. So they had an accident and they died, right? So she had to go stay with her uncle, right? In fact, I think, no, they were staying with her uncle because they had an issue with the north, their displacement or something. Yeah, then the parents died, right, and she had to live with her uncle. She said her uncle gave her to a man and collected money. So they call it money wife or something like that. You just say, oh, you want wife? Yeah, take. The man gave him some money, and that was how she went, without any, do you want to be married? Do you, nothing like that. And then she said the man would lock the kitchen and she wasn't able to eat many times. And that when she even got pregnant, it became very bad that she'll be pregnant and she'll not be able to eat. That right now she has run away and she's in a particular state, Kebbi State, and she needs our help because she has a 1-month-old child. And so what we did, yeah, it was so touching. What we did was, okay, let's talk. And then we spoke and all of that. Do you know that you can actually live again? Where are you in your mind? How do you feel right now? Don't be afraid. Everything will be fine. Just to give her assurance, and then tell her that, okay, we'll figure out something. And then later on, I called her. What do you know how to do? Do you have any skills? What's your qualification? Oh, I couldn't go to school because my parents were not able to send me to school, and since they died, there was no one. So I have SSC. But what are your passions? What do you really like to do? Because we believe that there is always something a person has in their hand. And if a woman is not sustained financially, if she's not living again financially, her live again journey cannot be sustained. So whatever it is that we're doing, we always make sure that we climax it with financials. So of course we have this session. So I called her, we have these mindset sessions where we call the person, if the person is not around, we call the person and try to make them see that, okay, this is what you think, this is what is actually the reality. That you think this doesn't mean that this is the reality. You can actually do this, you can do that. There is help. And then going through their belief system to see, okay, what did they pick? So we do a lot of those sessions, right? But depending on the seriousness of the situation, we shift the order. So usually it's spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, and financial. What we do is, depending on how serious it is, we can just switch straight to financial and continue the sessions while the person is eating food. Right. Because you cannot be motivating and doing session for someone who is hungry. So for her case, that was the case. It was really about, this person needs to feed her 1-month-old child. How can she survive? Where are you? She said she's in someone's house and she has accommodation. Oh, perfect. Fantastic. Okay, now you need to learn a skill. So what did we do? We searched. She said she wanted to learn baking. So we searched for bakers in Kebbi State. We found someone. We called her. We have someone that needs to learn a skill. How much do you charge? This is the situation. Would you like to partner with us? She said, oh, wow, I love that. She was so excited. She was like, when she went to that state, she didn't have anybody. It was a woman that also helped her. And she just feels like this is her own way of giving back. But that the girl should come and work with her while the girl is learning. So the glory of God, that girl went there. She learned. She started baking donuts, meat pie and cake. And they sent me the picture. Sorry, my lights went off because he went into hibernation. So she started baking, and then she has a primary school where she stays and she sells these things. She's able to feed her son. The other time they said, oh, they need to buy. So what we did was, we have partners. We have someone that gave us baking things. A whole Ghana must go of baking things, both mixers, everything. We sent it to Kebbi State and said, start your baking business now that you're done with your learning. Wow. And then she was able to start. We bought her a cylinder. We gave her some money. And then she's able to take care of her son. So once in a while, we always check. We don't leave them. We always check, how are you doing now? What's your mind, your state of your mind? Do you feel like you're alone? And then just trying to see where they are and how we can help. So that's just one success story. Then another one that came to our shelter. She was a Chibok girl. I call her a Chibok girl because she's from Chibok. That's where she actually is from, where the Boko Haram thing is very serious, right? So Lagos State called and said, oh, we have a woman who is in a very bad state. And because of the peculiarity of your shelter, so it's not just a shelter where people come and stay. It's live again. That when you come in, it's life-giving. Yeah. You are not leaving that shelter dead the way you came. So everything we're doing there is, no, dry bones must rise again. So from the beginning, we're very intentional. So they knew that it was us that could house her, because our case was very, very, very bad. And so they brought her.
Tell me, and if I may, sorry, tell me, how, you currently have a shelter in Lagos.
Yes.
How many women are you housing in that shelter?
So currently we have 2 women. So they don't stay in, we don't allow them stay for too long. There's a duration for the shelter. It's 3 months. And they fill a form, and we have some processes that they go through. The reason is for them not to become so comfortable there. Absolutely. So when you're done with 3 months, and of course you have to take your session seriously. We have to see that you're serious. If we're telling you learn a business, we're sharing an opportunity with you. You have to be serious with that opportunity, because we don't intend for you to just be there forever. The plan is for you to be there and live again. And if you live again, you cannot still remain in the shelter. You have to go and start your life, and of course now start helping other women live again when you bounce back. So the idea is not for you to just come and sit down there. But if it gets to a stage where we've had cases of, oh, I've done 3 months, I still need some time. Okay, reapply. But we don't just give it, because we have a shelter booking form on our page, Lamb Tribe, that we created. People feel things like, oh, I want 8 months, I want 1 year, I want 2 years. No, you can't stay here for 2 years. Oh. No. So it's 3 months. We need to put you on your toes, right? We need you to know that, look, I can live again, and I'm not going to settle for less. And we're not going to be the people that will not make you settle in our shelter when we're teaching you how not to settle for less. So
that's so powerful. That's so powerful. Take us quickly to what's coming and how people can support you. Like, what's the vision? I know you want to give grants to a couple of women. Yes,
Yeah.
Tunde, you're still here. Thank you for hanging on. Indeed, it's about empowering them. So it's powerful that you've created this amazing template that allows you to, you know, bring them in, but also funnel them out after, you know, empowering them and teaching them how to
Yes.
live again. Do you have
Yes.
women who, before you tell us about what's coming, do you have women who have come out and who have come back to serve?
Yeah, we have them, and they're going to be coming for the outreach. They've already messaged me. I'm going to be there. Oh, I'm number one. In fact, you've done so much.
Wow.
But apart from that, the joy is seeing that these women have hope. You know, and I think just before I even talk about the outreach, I just need to talk about this particular lady that Lagos State brought very
Yes,
briefly. She
please
was
finish
without
that
hope.
story.
She was without hope. She was. Oh my goodness. You know how calamity and adversity can make somebody look 10 times older than their age? Yeah. So she came in with 4 children. They were all wearing their school uniform, all of them. They didn't have any clothes. They literally ran for their lives. And so when she came in, I saw how she was in a terrible state. She couldn't speak without her voice was shaking. And what is really the problem? She said, this man beats her. He beats her like a thief, like someone who stole his millions of dollars. He beats her, and that at a point her health was affected. She showed me her BP drugs. She was hypertensive. She said she has collapsed many times. She has slumped. She said she feels like she's not safe anywhere she is, because she feels like she lives in perpetual fear, to the point where when she even was brought, she was still afraid, and she was still like, hey, you should not come here, and okay, that kind of thing. So
it doesn't go away so quickly.
It
I know
doesn't
that.
actually. It doesn't. It takes a lot of work. So when she came in, we started to speak with her and everything. We realized that this man had beaten her, so she had run to stay under the bridge with her children. This man came under the bridge and continued the beating there.
Oh, Lord.
Like, he came there and continued it. So she had to run to Lagos State, and they now brought her to us. So one of the first things that we did was to make her know that she's safe. You're actually safe, right? You are safe. Nothing can happen to you here. That's why it's a safe place. We don't give out our address anyhow. Nobody knows where you are. It's only us that know where you are, right? So we were able to, her hair was in a mess, got someone to wash her hair, make her hair, made her see that, look, life is not over for you. Why are you looking this way? Life is not over for you. You can live again. We washed her hair, made her hair, shaved. She had not shaved for God knows how long. Shaved her armpits, gave her new clothes, brought clothes for the children, brought Bible stories and things, and just made them feel at home, bought food, and like, look, you're safe here. It was just beautiful. Then we took them on a retreat, spiritual retreat, where she was able to deal with some of the things that were bothering her, bought her drugs, bought the children drugs. She was okay, because the main problem was fear. So by the time we were able to deal with that fear, she was so confident. I mean, I remember the last time before she left the shelter, she was so peaceful, she was joyful, she was laughing. She was like, can we come back for Christmas? And the children, I love them so much. The first child is going to be in secondary school very soon. And she said, please, mommy, can you come for my graduation? So these are just the kind of things that we do. And you know, it's beautiful. We set her up in business and gave her a job, a pharmacy job. So she doesn't have a degree. So she's cleaning for a friend of mine that lives in that area. So we just leverage relationships, partnering people to say, okay, how can you help this person? And we still follow them up all through and ensure that they continue to live again, because they can easily rebound when they feel like, oh, there is no support, I'm alone.
Right.
So we are always in touch with them. So this Live Again outreach is,
before you go on, yes. Sunday just said that. God bless you. And really,
Amen.
that he took the words out of me, because it's a lot, you know. It's, yes, how we can support. We're coming there, T. As a matter of fact, T, I'm coming to your WhatsApp. T is my personal person. He's my brother. So, you know, and if I told you, you see this, I have your time today. And after this live, all of them enjoy T.
Thank you so much.
You know,
thank you.
Can you hear me? T is everyone you know in the US, in California. We're going to help these women. Honestly, just yesterday I was saying, okay, I need to declutter. And so I didn't even remember, like, beyond the support I'd sent, that there was need for clothes and other things. The boxes are coming. The boxes are coming. I'll do it tomorrow.
Thank you.
The boxes are coming. I'm going to reach as many people.
Thank you so much.
All the information you've given to me, because, oh my God, you know, the Bible says hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Yeah.
And when you've been there, when you've experienced just a little bit of this, you know exactly what it means to have, you know, someone like you come to say, I got you. A lot of women, you know, end up being a shadow of themselves, because even if they end up leaving, it's like, you know, there's nothing out there for me. You are taking them in and you're telling them they can leave again.
Yes.
What I have two questions, very quickly answer and then straight to the outreach. What has got to be the hardest part of this journey? What's the hardest part of this journey?
The hardest part of this journey for me has been getting support. And I'll be very, very honest. We talk a lot of people talk, but there's less, you know, Osinachi, for example, Osinachi died and everybody became a motivational speaker immediately.
Everyone had
why did she leave? And the anger, I'm like, did you think she didn't want to leave? If she comes to your house, how long would you house her? Let's be very honest.
Right.
So I've had
would you not tell her not to ruin her ministry? And you know that she should just
labels and everything. So for me, there was a time when Live Again Shelter almost closed, and I have to share this as part of your question. Yes. The landlord said we had to leave. And I'm like, God, I'm going to just pack these things and put them in my store, in my house, because I can't deal with Lagos house. You know how looking for a house in Nigeria, sure, anywhere in the world, it can be a very stressful thing. And I wasn't in the right place for that. So I said, you know what? I will pack all the things and put them in my store. But because I'm someone who is under authority of God, I had to go back to say, Lord, you sent me. What's up?
Make a way.
How do I proceed from this? And then he put it in my heart to do crowdfunding, and we did crowdfunding. And that was how we were able to make up some of the rent to get a new place, in actually a better place. Where we were before was not as big. Now it's a 3-bedroom. So it's very big.
And so we're looking forward to an entire hectare with multiple apartments.
Exactly. That's the idea, to have our own place that will not be paying rent. It's ours. In a big, big place. That's the vision.
It's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen. And I'm so glad you reached out to me. Well, I'm glad I saw the post in, the Territory Takers community. That's where I saw it first, and I'm like, I gotta reach out to you. And just big well done. Second question would be, what is the greatest fulfillment? You haven't answered me. What is the greatest fulfillment in this assignment?
Oh my goodness, this has been the most fulfilling thing I've ever done in my entire life. It has been, the fulfillment makes up for the stress, because I'm not even going to lie that it's easy. Sometimes I stay on the phone for 3 hours, counseling and coaching and trying to get women to move and let that weight lift. And then, oh my God, I feel so light. Like, oh my God, thank you for, it's that fulfillment that, okay, because you lived again, somebody else is living again. Sometimes I might not even have enough, and a lady just reaches out to me to say, I need this. And it's not always about the money. It's really about the support. It's really about, I'm in this with you. We're going to stick this out together. And just seeing that another human being is living again, and they have renewed hope, renewed drive, renewed zeal. They have clarity. They can run through a troop and leap over walls. It's the greatest fulfillment for me has been the fact that God is proud of me. And I say this with all sense of gratitude, and it's almost getting me emotional. There was a time I slept on the balcony when I was being abused. Yes, I said this on Wazobia FM for the first time publicly, and I'm saying this for the second time. I slept on the balcony when I was being abused. And that was the day that I said I was going to have a shelter for women. I didn't know how it was going to happen. But
Were you
looking
married?
at my
Let's put
life,
it in context. Were you married in that
yes, I
abusive
was. Yeah,
situation?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
So I had been beaten and I was pushed out. I'd been beaten and I was told you can't sleep in the house tonight. And so I felt I went to my aunt. My aunt said, you can't sleep in my house. So probably said I'm the one that is making you, I'm the one that's giving you wings, something like that, because she lived in the same estate. So I now had, she said, I will give you duvet. Go and sleep on the balcony. At least when the person sees you on the balcony, they will come. But he never ever came. So what happened was around 2, 3 a.m. I woke up and there was some spiritual activity around me that wasn't right. So the Holy Spirit woke me up and I started to pray, and it was very terrifying. It was the most terrifying thing that's ever happened to me. And so I woke up that day and I sat up. And one thing that broke me was when I saw that he actually came to look at me and he went back to sleep. That was when I said, like, how do you sleep on the bed? Like, that was when
My
I had to
God.
come to the reality that, no, this is not normal. No, this can't be normal.
No.
There has to be more than this, So yeah, I have gone through a lot, and there were times when you mentioned people that come to the shelter with nothing, that was me. I didn't have anything. It was just like a bag. And then so looking back and seeing that what was meant to kill me did not kill me, but I am now better. I'm stronger because I died. And I like to say this very, very well. I died. I had to die to live again. I died.
Oh,
I died. I presented
my.
myself as a living sacrifice. I said, Lord, this is not about what I know, what I have put together, what I think I have amassed. I have lost everything. Lord, it's only you I have. Make something out of my life. And when I heard those words during that encounter, I heard live again. And he said, I'm sending you to go and help other women live again because you are living again and I helped you live again. Show them life. Give them life. Give life to them. Raise dead bones. Give hope to the hopeless. Proclaim liberty to the captives. Release them from their confinement. I'm like, okay, let's do this. So that fulfillment of seeing that, okay, they're actually being released from their confinement. That all those wrong mindsets of, oh, I'm done for, I don't have any help in the world. That's the first thing we tackle. You have help. If God has to raise stones, he will. And look at me. I don't know you from anywhere. Why am I helping you? Because God is helping you through me. Right. So don't ever think you don't have help. You have help. You do.
You have help.
You have help.
You have help. You have help. Everyone, please just tap the screen. Give Anifome some love. Just pour into her for the next 30 seconds. Just bless her. Anifome, you've put it very, very correctly. God is proud of you, and we are so proud of you. But we're not just going to say it with our words. We are going to back it up with action. Everyone who is on this call, who is hearing us, if you're just coming in, please, you can catch the replay. This is Anifome, the founder of Live Again Movement, where she's helping broken, abused women. She has a shelter and she needs our help. There's an outreach coming. There's a big event coming. We need money. We need to give business grants to the women. We need clothes. We need shoes. It's time to declutter. I'm not joking. I'm even going to start this tonight because I'm like, there are tons of clothes here I'm not wearing. I'm even at a season where I'm transitioning, and I feel like I want a whole different look. And I know there's power in the sowing. There is power when you sow. I believe it. Joy says, wow, you move with your story, even on Wazobia. When I had heard your story, you more strength, power, and protection. Amen. Thank you so much, Joy.
Thank you, Joy.
Please help us spread the word. Send a DM to Anifome. Ask her what you can do. It can be even as simple as bringing her live to your platform so your community can hear her story and support. You might know a CEO who has a corporate social responsibility drive. Let this be the drive. A lot of women are going through so much, and she's already built a platform. They don't even need to meet the women. They don't need to talk to the women. They just need to support Anifome, and Anifome will support the women. So quickly, Anifome, tell us about the outreach and how we can help.
Okay, so the Live Again Outreach is a transformative initiative and complete makeover that is really targeted at holistic well-being, all round. We're going through all aspects of a woman's life, right? Spiritual, because many women that go through stuff, we've seen it again and again in the women that we've encountered. Some of them don't even go to church. There's a particular day that said, I'm not going to church again. Like, God, where was God? Like, I'm done with church. And that is the God you need, because in him was life, and that life was the life of men. Like, if you don't have life, how do you live again? So
It's the
we were
God you
dealing with that
need.
part. Yeah, where we are really helping them fix their broken relationship with God and see God as Father. God is not the reason for your pain. He's not the one that hurts you, honestly. He's actually the one that has given you life. The devil came to steal from you. You have to take it back. So that's the spiritual part. The emotional is really about the weights and baggages and unforgiveness and letting it go. Like, let it go, let it go. You have to travel light. On this journey, you don't actually live again if you have those weights. You have to let it go. Not because it's convenient, but because if you really want to live again, that's really one of the principles. You have to let it go. And then the mental part is really on mental struggles. We always say that you left Egypt doesn't mean that Egypt has left you.
Egypt left you.
Yeah, you can find yourself in a new location, but you're carrying Egypt there. So we have to get Egypt out of you. That mindset of, conditioning and negative programming. We're dealing with that part. And then physical is really on self-confidence and self-esteem. I have come to see this, and even in my own life, when a woman or a person goes through difficult, painful situations, they tend to see themselves as small. They tend to see themselves as, oh, nothing, let me just say, this, you've been a center stage, you are still in center stage, you know how people go to the back, and and then they sabotage everything, their jobs, everything, because of lack of self-confidence and lack of value, or seeing themselves as, you know what, I have to separate myself from what happened to me. This is what happened to me, but this is who I am. So that's where the physical part comes in. We're really helping them build their self-confidence and self-esteem. And then the financial part, which is the part about the grants, is actually in four pillars. It's business, job, skill, and talent development, basically. So like I said earlier, what do you have in your hand? For me, you know my story. When life happened to me, I lost my job. It was emceeing I had in my hand. Emceeing. That was all I had. That was all I had. And I was doing it part-time when I was having a 9 to 5. I had to follow it full-time. And look at where I have from emceeing. It just took me emceeing, speaking at events, coaching, now therapy, and it just goes like that. And only God knows what is at the end of this journey, because I was able to take that which I had in my hand. So just helping them see, what do you have in your hands? Let's even see you. What do you do? What do you do? What do you have in your hand? So by the time we're done with that, we go into the business grant part. Those that want to set up businesses and feel like, okay, so we have a form where they fill that form and they pitch for the grant. So we're going to give 20 women business grants of 100,000 naira each. If we have more money, we can increase the number, but this is what we have in our mind. So we need like 2 million naira for that. And then we have the part of skill acquisition, where we are pairing them with people. I was going through the list yesterday, data analysis, catering. I want to be a chef. I want to learn how to do culinary, makeup, cake. So we have them. And we have people that have said, you know what, I want to teach someone how to clean, go into the cleaning business. I'll teach 2 women. Somebody said, oh, event planning, I'll teach 5 women. So we have those women, but we need more people. If you have a skill that you teach and you would like to teach some of these women, please, we would pair them up with you. And then there's the job part. We are partnering with a job agency to come in and evaluate CVs and give people opportunities to apply for those jobs. We're also having free legal services. So our legal partners will be there. For those that need a lawyer to speak to immediately, they will be there. We're having free medical screening. And the part that I love the most is the makeover part. So we have partnered with Oriki to give 40 women a free massage.
Oh my
yeah, I love it. Yeah, because many women are burnt out. They're just like, oh, let's just keep going. You need the massage. Come and
that's so beautiful. Joycey,
yeah,
my
God
love.
bless Joycey.
That is so amazing. That is so amazing.
So 40 men are getting massage therapies, and then after that, we have partnered with hair and fashion stylists to literally just revamp these women. Like when you see yourself, you will know that it's
What
not
date?
about aspire
What
to
date is
perspire.
this event?
You can
What
actually
date
live
is this
again when you see
event?
yourself.
What
27th
date
of
is this
April,
event?
next month. Next month.
27th of April. I should be getting on a plane and coming to Lagos.
Honestly,
Like,
I
I
thought about
don't.
it though, that it would be nice to have you there as a speaker or something. I'm like,
I
oh gosh,
I
you're
just
in
want to give
Abuja.
hugs. I just want to give hugs. I just want to give hugs. I want to serve. I feel, it's so powerful how that which was meant to destroy you is the very
Honestly,
thing that you are using, to lift others. And I know this has brought more healing for you.
yeah,
And this has, of course, filled your cup in a way
yeah,
that,
yeah.
words are not enough to
Honestly,
describe. But you
honestly,
cannot do it alone.
yeah.
Everyone right now on this conversation, please just send a DM to Enifome Speaks. Just send a DM now. Just tap that circle with her picture and just send a DM. Please do that. Just send a DM to say, how can I help? I came from the live with Naomi. Please, some of you, I know you. I'm coming to your WhatsApp. I'm seeing your handles. I'm coming. It won't end here. T has probably already messaged me because I know correct people. But I'm glad that you're doing this. We're really proud of you. God is proud of
Thank
you.
you.
And I want you to know, and I really believe that this will be your best event yet.
Amen.
It will not be the best. Someone says, I'll try and be there. So, Joy, yes, just send a DM. I
It's
feel a lot
Ikeja,
of us who are
Lagos,
even in
Joy.
Lagos,
It's Ikeja.
yes, those of us in Lagos, can be there. You can give hugs, you can smile. It will amaze you that there are things that we take for granted. Some women perhaps they've never been hugged. Hi, my darling
Honestly.
Virtue. Some have not been hugged in a long time,
Mm,
and just giving
mm.
them that hug. Honestly, if I'm able to make it, I'll let you know. And that is my
Okay.
assignment. I just want to
Thank
give
you so
hugs,
much.
just hold you for like a minute, 2 minutes. Just stay there. Just stay there.
Thank
We don't
you.
need to talk. I just want to
Mm,
hug. And I'm telling you, and in that moment, to be a release,
mm,
because sometimes that's
mm.
just all they need to
All
know,
they
that
need,
someone
yeah.
sees me, someone
Mm.
sees me, and someone cares enough to hold me
Yes,
and
yes,
just tell me it's gonna be okay.
yes, it
So
is.
I I
Yes.
I I know I have a few trips coming, but if
Mm.
that date is open, I will be there. I will
Oh,
be there.
wow. Thank
But
you so much.
for nothing, and for nothing, I'm going to start my own personal drive, and I will
Thank
start,
you.
sending once they confirm on WhatsApp. So these are my personal people. I will just, share your details directly,
Thank
and
you
I'll
so
just
much.
tell you,
Thank
Tunde's
you.
calling. Rich Auntie Finance. I saw Sarah here. I don't know if she's still here. Virtue,
Thank you.
anything. Virtue is my protege. She's an amazing young lady. She's a baker doing great stuff,
Oh,
in
wow.
Asaba. Yes, so I know that she can even also offer some support. Virtue, you're offering support. You're going to teach women who need to bake, and in short, with joy, with Jesus joy. She's also a pastor's wife, an amazing protege of mine. I love her so much, and she's doing great stuff. So this is what we're going to do. Everyone, send a DM straight up to Anifome and just say, how can I serve? I watched you live. Nothing is too small. Some of you just also need the flyer to share in WhatsApp
Yes,
groups. Some
yes.
of
We
you are
need
in, 10,
publicity a
20
lot.
WhatsApp
Yeah,
groups,
yeah.
and then share the link of this. If they are wondering who is this person, what's her story, you just share this link and tell them, please watch this
Mm,
video and hear what this woman is doing. That's all.
mm,
That's all. Even if you
mm,
say, I don't have 1 naira to give, help us share.
mm.
And you have been
Thank you.
sharing. You're the one in those WhatsApp groups that shares all the information. So share this one. We're asking
Thank
you
you.
to share this one, because this
Thank
one
you
will
so
make a
much.
difference. This one
Yeah,
will transform the life of a woman.
yeah.
There's so many women we're losing to depression, to
Ah,
anxiety. A lot of women are taking their lives. Some are they're actually dead, but
yeah.
they're
Walking
here, but
Dead.
they're dead. They're dead.
Ah,
They're dead. And
mm,
this is when you need to think about it even more deeply. Many of them are raising children who are seeing all of this death and depression, and it's affecting. Yes, Tonya is here. Tonya is my sweetheart in the UK. Yes, suicide is so bad in women. So Tonya, I'm also coming to you as well. We are all going to throw in and really make this your best event yet. We don't want you to
Thank you
struggle.
so much.
This time
Thank you so
around,
much.
everything will come with ease. You will have more than enough.
Amen.
All the goals you
Amen.
set,
That's what God
you will
said. Oh,
triple them.
wow.
You will
Oh,
triple them
wow.
and say, oh my goodness, I
Oh,
thought we would
wow.
do 20. Naomi, we
Oh,
did
wow.
50 women.
Oh, wow.
I'm not, thank God it's live. We'll come back to this live after the event.
And
April
thank God.
28th, we'll come back,
Mm.
we'll come back to watch this live, and
Oh,
we will
wow.
hear all of this. I'm not just
Thank you
saying
so
it.
much.
I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. So
Thank you
let's
so
do this
much.
together.
Thank you
Final
so
thoughts
much.
before
I'm
I
so
release you.
grateful.
For nothing, and for nothing, you are the one we should be thanking. You are
Thank
the
you.
one
I
out
love you so
there.
much.
You
Thank
are the
you.
one on the long calls. You are the one, just putting everything on the line to make sure another woman can live again. So we celebrate you. The least we can
Thank
do is
you.
to lift you on this journey, and just allow you do this good work with
Thank
ease.
you.
And that's what I pray for you,
Amen.
that you're stepping into a season of ease
Amen.
and uncommon favor, uncommon
Amen.
provision.
Thank you, Lord.
Strangers are
Amen.
coming. So 28th
Thank
of
you, Lord.
April, she's having a
Yes.
conference. Tony, I'm going to send you all the details now on WhatsApp. So
Yeah.
there's a
It's
conference,
27th
the
actually.
women,
27th.
27th, yeah. So women are going to be empowered. They're going to be, there'll be medical checks, there'll be makeovers. So I'll send you all the details, Tony, right away. All of you who are here, who are my friends, just start sending me a WhatsApp message now. Before I finish this call, I want to see your message on WhatsApp saying, Naomi, let's do this. Honestly, no jokes. Let's do this. It's not going to take anything. Let's come together in our own way. Let's spread the word, and let's pitch in any way we can. I'm sending those boxes. I'm actually beautiful. I'm actually coming to Lagos. Medical has my name. Okay, fantastic. Tonya, great. So Tonya is doing some great work in the UK with diabetes consult.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about all the great stuff she's doing
Hi,
in the UK.
Tonya.
She's a change agent as well. I know amazing people. I'm so blessed to know amazing women and men doing great stuff. So we're going to come and support you. I'm in Lagos in a couple of weeks, so chances are I will probably fly in with those boxes myself.
Thank you so much.
Probably pay for a bit of extra luggage, but we'll be all right.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Let me go and start decluttering. I'm going to do this with some music and dancing. I'm telling you, everything's got to go. Everything's got to go.
I just literally imagined that.
No, I'm going to have so much fun. I'll do a video for you, and just like any form of they're coming to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Coming to you. I'll speak to family as well. Just everyone, every way we can pitch in. But I promise you, we will come back to this live to see that God did above and beyond. This will be your easiest ever. You will not stress. Before the date, you have everything.
It's a confirmation,
You're like,
actually.
You know how the temple was about to be built, and then the people kept giving, and they were like, it's enough, it's okay.
Yeah, the cuddles.
We're all right. We're all right. But I mean, because there's so much to do, we'll take them into storage for the next time we need to have an outreach. So yes, that's exactly what I see God doing for this outreach in April. God bless you, Anifome. Give us your final words. Give us your final thoughts before we go.
My final words are, if I can live again. We did this that first time where you asked me what are your final words. If a lot of things, I'm just remembering a lot of things. If I can live again, you can. God is not, there is a life God has prepared for you. The Bible says that we are God's workmanship, created long before you were abused, long before you got depressed, long before you lost that job, long before life happened to you, long before anything that happened to you, you were God's workmanship. created unto good works, which he has prepared for you long beforehand. So God is aware, and it's time for you to live again. It's time for you to rebuild the desolations of many generations. Jesus has come to give you life, and not just give you life, but life abundantly. That is what you need to live again. And so, yeah, it's time to live again. It is now. It's now. It's now.
Thank you
it's
so
time.
much. I just saw Reb
Yes.
Igahusa. Hello,
Hi,
birthday girl.
sis.
Hey, birthday girl. So Reb came to do a
I'm
party
jealous.
in
So that
Abuja.
birthday, let's not start.
I
Though.
wasn't
I was
even
not
there.
there.
And I'm in this Abuja. I'm not even happy. Like I'm beefing. How I missed that party. I need to, if she's still in Abuja, I need to come for the part 2 because I'm like,
telling you,
this is not fair.
there has to
This
be
is
part
not
2.
fair. This is not fair. Reb, are you still in my city? I can't. Well, I had multiple speaking engagements on that day. I think it was International Women's Day. So it was Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
I saw the video.
Yeah.
I was
It
like,
was a busy day. Yeah.
I was like, why wasn't I even aware? I probably would have staggered. I would have staggered into that party, you know, and just cooled off. But happy birthday, sis. Thank you for all you do.
Happy belated birthday.
I mean, online banker, I see you. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been live with you're still here? Okay, I'm going to send you a DM. I must see you. I must see you. I've been live with the beautiful Anifome, and she's been taking us on the Live Again movement, her journey to helping broken and abused women live again. There's a big outreach coming up in April, and we want to make this her best event yet. How can you help? We need money. We need to spread the word. We need to empower women with jobs, with skills. If you have a skill set and you're happy to empower, you know, the women within her community, send her a DM. If you know any corporate institution, you have access to leadership, and perhaps this could be part of their CSR project, I don't know. Let's pull in together and let's support Anifome as she helps women live again. I am so proud of you, Anifome. I'm so glad you're in my corner. I'm looking forward to, you know, seeing you as soon as I can confirm. I know I'm coming to give hugs. I promise you.
Honestly,
I'm coming
I
to
can't
give
wait.
hugs. Hugs, you know, and I'm gonna hold a placard, you know, free hugs. Wow. I'm gonna hold it, free hugs, like literally just come for free. That's my stand. Much. It's a hug stand. That's the stand.
I need to tell the event planners they should give me a stand.
We need to have that. I'm telling you, we need to have that hug stand. Yes, not every time, you know, juice and, you know, water and snack stand. We need a hug stand. So that's where I'm going to be. Let's just take hugs. Let's just take hugs.
I will note that.
I love you, sis.
I love you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. This has been so enlightening, so inspiring. I mean, thank you for saying yes. Your yes is really helping other women live again. We love you, and we're with you on this one. This one, you're not alone. This one, you're not alone. That I can assure you. You're not alone. And you will soon find out that you are not alone.
Oh, wow.
All right, my darling.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Save
we got to go.
So please come back and take the link and share and just get into her DM and let her know how you can help.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
And I think for those who want to register, just remember that we did not even tell them how to register. For those who want to register, yes, please go to www.liveagain.com.ng/outreach, or the link in my bio will take you straight to the registration form.
Link in bio takes you straight, or send a DM in case you forgot all of that www. Just go straight to the DM or the link in bio. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Edwina.
I love you so much.
Amazing.
Good night.
Good night,
everybody.
Bye. Bye.